Welcome back to Literal BS Episode 3. Here, we don't just report the news, we dissect it, deconstruct the spin, and unearth what's really shaping the United States and its place in the world today. In a week that has seen delicate ceasefires tested, landmark decisions from the highest courts, and the relentless churn of political maneuvering, it's more crucial than ever to cut through the rhetoric. We know you're tired of the carefully crafted narratives and the feeling that some truths are deliberately obscured. That's why we're committed to pulling back the curtain on everything from the profound implications of legislative bills to the quiet shifts within our most powerful institutions. We'll confront the ongoing realities of government overreach, probe the subtle forms of surveillance that impact our daily lives, and spotlight the undeniable threads of corruption that too often operate beyond public view. Because understanding the full picture, even when it's uncomfortable, is the first step towards truly informed citizenship. So, if you're ready to move beyond the headlines and dive deep into the substance, you're in the right place. Let's get started. The real story behind the Israel-Iran conflict goes far deeper than the headlines about missile strikes, nuclear ambitions, or political posturing. Beneath the surface, it's a long, covert war fueled by ideology, regional power struggles, intelligence operations, and economic pressure, much of which is hidden from the public. This isn't just about nukes or terrorism, it's about influence. Since the 1979 Iranian Revolution, Iran has pursued a strategy to expand its ideological and strategic reach across the Middle East using proxies like Hezbollah in Lebanon, Shiite militias in Iraq, the Houthis in Yemen, and influence in Syria. Israel sees this as an existential threat, not just militarily but politically, as Iran funds and arms groups openly committed to its destruction. What most people don't know is the extent of the shadow war. Israel has conducted hundreds of secret airstrikes in Syria against Iranian targets. Mossad, Israel's intelligence agency, has sabotaged nuclear sites deep inside Iran and even assassinated nuclear scientists, operations that remain publicly denied. Meanwhile, Iran has conducted cyber attacks on Israeli infrastructure and backs coordinated attacks via its proxy network. Economic warfare is another front. Israel lobbies globally to isolate Iran diplomatically and economically. The 2015 nuclear deal, JCPOA, was a key battleground. Israel opposed it, fearing it would legitimize Iran's nuclear path. When the U.S. withdrew under Trump, tensions skyrocketed. This isn't just an Israeli-Iranian problem, it's a geopolitical chessboard involving the U.S., Russia, China, and Gulf states. Everyone has skin in the game, from arms deals to energy security. The public sees the symptoms, bombings, sanctions, threats, but not the cold, calculated long game each side is playing to control the future of the Middle East. In truth, the Israel-Iran war is already happening, it's just not all on the battlefield. It's fought in labs, data centers, diplomatic backrooms, and black sites. And most of it never makes the news. Okay now, let's break it down. How it affects the American people and economic blowback. Every time tensions flare, oil markets jump. Iran controls key access to the Strait of Hormuz, where 20% of the world's oil flows. Even if the U.S. produces domestic oil, prices are still set globally. That means gas, groceries, and shipping costs rise every time missiles fly in the Gulf. Military entanglements. The U.S. spends billions annually supporting Israel and maintaining military bases across the region. American troops are already deployed in areas where Iran-backed militias operate. If a full-scale war erupts, U.S. soldiers will almost certainly be drawn in again. Cybersecurity threats. Iran's cyber units target U.S. infrastructure, banks, utilities, and hospitals. These aren't just foreign threats, they affect American lives. A blackout or data breach caused by Iranian cyber retaliation is a real and growing risk. Political polarization at home. U.S. foreign policy toward Israel and Iran deeply divides Americans. Billions in aid to Israel, debates over intervention, and the fear of war abroad shape political discourse and fuel domestic division, especially in an election year. Bottom line, this war may seem far away, but it's already impacting your wallet, your politics, your security, and your world. Most Americans just don't see the full picture. But they're paying for it whether they realize it or not. As we bring another episode of Literal BS to a close, remember this. In an age where information is abundant but truth often feels scarce, the greatest power you possess is your ability to discern. We've delved into the complexities of politics, examined the fine print of policies, and shone a light on the forces that shape our world. Often with layers of spin, half-truths, and outright misinformation woven through them. It's a challenging landscape to navigate, no doubt. The sheer volume of competing narratives, the algorithms designed to confirm our biases, and the deliberate efforts to obscure facts can make it feel overwhelming. But that's precisely why our shared journey here, on Literal BS, is so vital. It's not about telling you what to think, but empowering you with the tools to think critically. It's about equipping you to recognize the literal BS when you encounter it, to question the easy answers, and to dig deeper beyond the headlines and the sound bites. Your role in this isn't passive. It's an active, essential pursuit. Seek out diverse perspectives. Verify what you hear. Challenge assumptions, even your own. Because in a world awash with noise, the disciplined pursuit of truth isn't just an academic exercise. It's the bedrock of an informed citizenry, the lifeblood of a functioning democracy, and ultimately, the path to a clearer understanding of the reality we all share. Thank you for joining us in this crucial endeavor. Stay vigilant, stay curious, and never stop seeking the truth. This is Rob. We'll be here next week on Literal BS.